Yo, what up guys, Old School Dan here, and in this video I want to talk about 3 exercises that will give you an old school back. So guys, a question I've been getting a lot recently is, do I do online coaching? How much do I charge? Well, if you're curious about those type of things, you can shoot me an email, shoot me a DM on Instagram, message me on Facebook, and I'll definitely, we'll discuss whether it's a good fit to work together or not, what I can offer you as a coach, and all this good stuff. So, that answers the question because I'm getting a lot of emails and questions about that type of stuff and that I have for plans and programs and stuff like that. So yeah, I also have an ebook that is on sale. It's going to be gone forever soon to make room for a new course that I'm working on. Survivor Secrets is still on sale. It'll still be on sale till I don't know how much longer, because I'm working on the course and I'm moving really fast. Like, I'm filming incredibly fast. I'm filming all the time, every day, making sure that the content is going to be thorough, valuable, beneficial, to make sure that someone has everything they need to build that, those old school ratios. Because I'm going to be teaching you the exact illusion, that old school bodybuilding illusion that makes you look bigger than you actually are. That is because of the ratio. It's all about the freaking ratio, guys. So I want to make sure it's completely thorough, but I'm working incredibly fast. Anyways, I'm impressed by myself. But yeah, in this video I want to talk about 3 exercises, not 5, but 3. All right. So with that being said, I'll see you in the demonstration videos. Peace. All right, so let's dive right into it. Here we go. The first exercise I chose is a chin-up. Now, I didn't choose a wide grip or a close grip, but I've talked about it in the past, what I favor. So in this case, I sort of went with a in-between and something that Vince Gironda recommends, which is a medium grip type of pull-up. So it's just a regular overhand medium grip pull-up. I think pull-ups are incredibly effective compared to lat pull downs and those type of machines. I think those have a place, but I think you really can't replace the bread and butter, the staple, the exercise that sort of was there when the sport really started. A lot of these guys like Arnold, Leroy Colbert, Reg Park, Steve Reeves, they did chin ups to the bar. So when I'm doing this demonstration video, I think I could consider this a little bit more like a sternum chin up, because I've seen people, and people have told me, because when I work out, when I used to work out with people, now I work out alone. But I had a friend named Alan, and he told me, he was like, "How come you bring your whole chest to the bar?" And I was like, and I didn't even know. I just figured, hey, this is what a chin up or pull up supposed to look like. This is why I do it. It's sort of a unconscious or subconscious thing that's like embedded in my mind, where it's like, this is how I do my pull-ups, and I don't do them any other way. Whereas people just bring their chin up, whereas I will sort of pull my whole chest up to the bar. So the way he does it is he pulls his chin up to the bar, and that's it. Whereas I bring up my whole freaking chest to the bar, and it's like a Vince Gironda type of pull-up. I think it's like you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Here's why: because it's sort of like a, what do you call it? It's sort of like a inverted row mixed with a sort of bent over row. Because it, it's, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a mix of both. I think it works great. But I'm sure you understood where I was trying to go with that, though. But I feel like it sort of works the thickness and the width at the same time. But yeah, great exercise. You can't really replace it. I mean, lat pull downs have their place. Some of the old school guys like the Silveras didn't have those type of machines. But when you got to the golden era, they did have those machines. Now, you've seen videos of Arnold doing like the lat pull down with Ed Corney and all those guys doing those, using those type of machines. But again, Arnold would always start off with his back workouts or back and chest workouts with chin ups. I think like a minimum of 50 or 100. I can't remember. But yeah, all right. So with that being said, let's move on to the next exercise. All right, so the next exercise that I chose was a bent over row. Overhand, I think I was sort of using a close grip here. I don't know why, but I just sort of just felt like it. I do those variations during my workouts. But anyways, bent over row, a classic old school bodybuilding staple you can never get rid of. Never get rid of the rowy movements. They work incredibly well. But I chose this exercise because I've seen some of Reg Park's foundational foundation 5x5 routines. I'm sorry, and he includes a bent over row. It's a staple. That's like a bread and butter movie. You don't move it. And then you see guys like Arnold and Steve Reeves. They have their rows in there. You've seen Arnold and Franco do like the bent over row at the beach, or when they're on top of the bench, so they get that full nice stretch into it. But this works the thickness of the back, and it's a great movement. It's a basic bread and butter. You can't get rid of it. All the guys, silver era, both silver and golden era, did it, and that's sort of I literally, if I had to choose only two exercises for back to do for the rest of my life, it would be a bent over row and a chin up. You know, because you can do a variation of chin ups. You can do underhand, close grip, wide grip, medium grip. You can even do if neutral grip if you have those type of um, that type of setup. But even bent over row, you can only sort of do two. You can do underhand, which is sort of a Reg Park favorite that I saw that video of John's on where he's talking about, you know, how Reg Park built his back, and he talks about that Reg Park was doing the underhand row, and that he sort of invented it first, what they call now the Yates row, but he was doing it first before Dorian Yates did it. But I guess you could say that Dorian Yates popularized it or whatever. But yeah, you can go underhand to overhand, but you know, I think they will both work pretty good. I think the old underhand definitely works the upper back a little bit more, and the overhand will work sort of like the middle back and sort of outer part of the lats or inner. But yeah, great exercise. Can't get rid of it. It's a basic old school bodybuilding movement. So with that being said, let's move on to the last and final exercise. You guys pumped up, man? I am super pumped up to share this last exercise. You guys are gonna be like, what? Why? Why did you choose this one? All right, so here we go. Boom! Here we go. Cable row, guys. Cable freaking row, man. I chose this exercise because I think it's a great old school bodybuilding. Steve Reeves loved it. You know, he had a machine specifically built for him that was a cable row. It was like in a small little article that I can't remember who wrote it. Might have been John C. Grimmick, or you know, I can't remember fully, but I'm pretty sure a few of you have read it before, where he talks about how, you know, some guy invited him to train his gym, and they ended up building this cable row for Steve Reeves, and he loved it. And you know, you've seen Arnold. I keep talking about how Arnold did this exercise and did that, but yeah, it's true, man. You know, Arnold did the cable row. You see the way he leans into it, gets that full stretch in his lats, and pulls it in. That's something Steve Reeves sort of disagrees with, because he talks about it in, I believe it's dynamic muscle building or the classic physique. I can't remember what he talks about. He's like, yeah, you don't need to do that whole full stretch like Arnold does. And I think my form in this video is it's sort of like poor. The way I'm like letting my lats stretch or whatnot, I just think it doesn't look right. But I just sort of wanted full old school that moment, how I sort of pictured Arnold doing the cable row like in Pumping Iron. You know, I freaking love that movie. I talked to a guy who he just recently became a client. Took him on as a client, and he's never seen Pumping Iron. I was like, dude, you love old school bodybuilding, and you're hiring me as your coach, and you've never seen Pumping Iron? I was like, dude, you gotta freaking watch the movie. It's awesome, man. If you've never seen Pumping Iron, guys, drop a comment below. If you've seen it, drop a comment. What's your favorite part about that movie? My favorite part about the movie is when Lou Ferrigno is like screaming, Arnold, 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 when he's doing the barbell press. Like, that literally hyped me the freak up. Like, I remember one time I would work out just to Lou Ferrigno, just screaming, you know, picking up the weight and doing the presses and screaming Arnold at the same time, because he said that. And I think I watched a documentary about Lou Ferrigno. He's like, because I really wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I was like, dude, oh gosh, that energy was just absolutely insane. All right, so lastly, to finish the video, again, if you haven't dropped that comment about your favorite scene from Pumping Iron, drop a comment below. Just shared mine. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more videos like this. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'm Old School Dan. I'm gone. Peace.